Access Sacramento presents Hometown Sports Game of the Week. This program is funded in part by a grant from the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. Access Sacramento also thanks Sharif Jewelers, fine jewelers since 1932. Sharif Jewelers, a longtime sponsor of community television.
We have moved halfway through the CIF Sac-Joaquin section Les Schwab Tires basketball playoffs, and that brings us to semi-final round action. And Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week is on hand here at Sheldon High School for one of two power-packed boys Division I semis. Good evening and welcome to Huskies Gym here at Sheldon High School. I'm Will James along with the coach, Lauren Goodman, and we have a special treat in store for you tonight. Number 4 seed Folsom, 25-4. Number 1 seed Sheldon, 25-4. Arch rivals for many years, and Lauren, tonight's matchup figures to be just another extension of the great history these two teams have had against each other.
Tonight is going to continue the long legacy of winning with these two powerhouse teams, and they are all ready to rumble.
Well, we have the table set for you beautifully, so let's take a look at an example of the last meetings, and we say meetings because it's been a little while since they've hooked up after Folsom left the Delta to go to the Sierra Foothill, but you can see there, airtight games, Lauren.
1 point making the difference for Folsom being victorious in both matches. You see in the first one, 79-78, and in the second time, probably in these playoffs, you see them at the 50-49 win. So just a single point leading these two teams apart.
And right you are, that was for the Sac-Joaquin section boys D1 final, and when the smoke cleared, Mike Wall and the Bulldogs walked away with a 1-point win and the gold. Well, let's take a look and see how these two teams got here tonight in quarterfinal round action.
Folsom taking down Oak Ridge easily at home. Easy win for them, leading them here. And then you see Sheldon handling Wood Creek easily. I mean, with the difference points you see there. And those are two good wins for them leading in here tonight.
And certainly a strong measure of satisfaction for Sheldon to take out Wood Creek, their nemesis a year ago. So here's the boys Division I bracket, and you can see here in the semifinal to the near the far right in the upper half, that's what we've got tonight because of the elimination we just spoke of.
And that on the bottom matchup is something to look for, but you see here, these two teams didn't have an easy road to getting here, and they are accomplished by getting to this matchup, but now this is just one more win to the Dream House.
The consensus is this is certainly one of the toughest, if not the toughest, boys D1 fields in a long time. Well, the players that got these teams here will factor big tonight. The impact players, they have their work cut out in the spotlight, center stage, prime time here on live TV. And first of all, for Mike Wall's Bulldogs Big Three, they must come through on the road.
You see they are senior heavy with McCain, Johnson, and Forbes, and they are a matchup to deal with. All of them having versatility and all of them having the power punch led by Forbes.
Forbes is headed to Harvard, a scholar student and a terrific 6'9", do-it-all type post player. McCain and Johnson very excellent in supporting roles. Now, for head coach Joey Rawlings, who's headed a supreme program, he's going to be leaning tonight If we show the other graphic, it'll be the hungry Huskies carrying the load.
They have a point guard in the win, just a junior, but Coach Rawlings speaks so highly of him. He's going to have a presence leading the Huskies today. And then Curry with his three-point shooting, a different Curry that is, knocking it down for the Huskies. And Chris Rice, senior, bringing the power punch in the middle. He's going to be a difference maker to give Forbes some challenge.
If you haven't seen these guys yet, Nguyen, a very crafty, skilled playmaker at the point. Curry, as Lauren said, with that sweet deep jumper. And the big guy, Wright, as you say, the X factor and possible significant difference maker. So that's how we have the table set up for you tonight here from Sheldon High in one of two boys Division I semifinal battles. Don't wander off. When we come back, we'll dig deeper into this matchup and then show you tonight's starting lineups and feature our opening tip-off when we return. Stay with us.
So how was work?
It was 1,300 hours. My math class from 302 was in the trenches. Davy Roth had it the worst. Fractions were coming at him left and right. He just didn't get the damn things. 2 days ago, I tried to teach him what 1/4 of 1/2 was using different sizes of blocks. Yesterday, I tried again by dividing up pizza. Both missions failed.
Oh no.
But today, I was ready. I created a combat math game where the only way to beat the enemy is to out-fraction them. Davy conquered every last denominator. My game was so successful, the principal is deploying it to math squadrons all over the school. Anywho, how was your day?
Oh, today my boss treated the office to salad wraps.
Salad wraps.
I know.
Open road, here comes the Heffley family.
Whether it's a short trip or a long haul,
Estimated time, 47 hours.
they will beg,
You're hungry? I'm happy to provide.
they will plead.
Deep fried butter on a stick.
But whatever you do, don't wimp out.
Now you're talking.
Make them buckle up.
He can't hurt.
Remember, safety first. Cheese curls second.
Are you orange?
Sure, I look cute now, but when my owner lost his job, it was rough. I was living on the street, and one night, me and this Cocker Spaniel got into it so bad, I wound up looking like an ice cream cone. I cried a little bit, but thankfully I got rescued, so I'm running, I'm jumping, all back to my old self. And I'm ready to give unconditional love, even if you put a lampshade on my head.
Welcome to the show this evening. We're at Sheldon High School for one of two outstanding boys Division I semifinal battles. It's host Sheldon taking on the invading Folsom Bulldogs, the 4 seed versus number 1 Sheldon. A packed house and fans continuing to stream in, and this red-hot Sheldon band is really keeping things lively. But what a game upcoming that these fans are flocking to tonight, Lauren.
Fans are excited and interested in seeing these two powerhouses represent this Sacramento area and go out in a showdown tonight.
Let's take a look at the keys to the game. That would be Goodman's game at a glance.
Folsom has to stop Sheldon's dribble penetration. Sheldon is very good at attacking off the dribble and getting into the gaps to attack, so they have to stop that dribble penetration. It's going to be important, and then they need to play smart. You see, Sheldon is a very fast and athletic team. As they play fast and athletic, you have to play smart defense. It plays a contributing factor. And then shoot in rhythm. Coach Wall is very excited about how his team plays and how they can shoot the basketball. So they're going to have to shoot in some type of rhythm and get it going here in this semifinal.
That they will. The keys are big on both sides, and we're going to monitor those keys and keep track and see how this game ebbs and flows and twists and turns.
And for the Huskies on the other side of the ball, they need to play physical and aggressive. Come out ready to play. Come out ready to show that they can match up with this taller and more maybe athletic Folsom team, as well as they need to play and protect home court. This is their home. You see the band is rocking. They have a full advantage here playing at home. They're 9-0 at home. 9-0. That says something about their presence and how they play at home. So they need to bring that up as we are playing. That's a major key to their success today.
Definite factor. We call that home court advantage, 9-0. However, Mike Wall's ball club travels very well.
5-1 on the road, and that is not a cupcake challenge. One loss easily. Coach Wall, as we see there on the camera, he has a very prepared team. 11 years, winning record is 246-91. He knows how to win.
Yes, the coaching counterparts, two of the illustrious elite coaches in the greater Northern California area. So much so that their awards and honors and banners and trophies take considerable space, as you can see around the respective gyms in the area.
All the coaches and everybody's coming here to see these two powerhouses because of their greatness. The coaching counterparts here alone are so heavy. They have titles under their name, and they understand that they have to coach a great game today.
Joey Rawlings, there's Mike Wall. You can see there 5 Sac-Joaquin section championships equaled by Joey Rawlings.
That's
look at that illustrious,
record.
Look at that rundown right there. Let's have that up again if we can. It indicates consistency, and that's what separates good ball clubs from great ones. And Joey Rawlings has been consistent. And over his entire career, he's notched 5 section championships with Sheldon. 4 with Sheldon's boys and 1 with the girls. So each of these coaches, 5 gold trophies for section titles.
Amazing. 5 for each coach. Coach Wall starting off with the 5-1 at another program before he was at Folsom, so that's amazing as well. And I met Coach Rawlings first when I was out there playing, and Coach Rawlings has always been an amazing man, and it shows in his coaching pedigree.
2 outstanding programs, 2 outstanding coaches, 2 outstanding ball clubs, and that's why this crowd is packed Husky Gym tonight. Husky Nation, the hosts, they are undefeated on this hardwood.
This game is living up to all the hype. It is now filling up in here, probably going to get to standing room only.
We'll be right back in just 30 seconds for starting lineups and tonight's opening tip-off when we return.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know wherever you are.
Maria, so how's work?
It was fourth period biology. Our students just weren't getting how easily viruses spread. So Miss Bell and I had them role play a zombie virus outbreak. By the time they had all learned the lesson, all the living were dead. Hey, how's your job going?
That big sales meeting I planned? Next year, I might get to go.
Cool. So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
Well, we're delighted to have you with us this evening. Welcome aboard for Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week. We're at Sheldon High, and it's playoff time. It's semi-final round, Sac-Joaquin section playoff time. Top seed Sheldon hosting number 4 seed Folsom, as crowd continues to stream into Husky Gym this evening. This will be probably some standing room and some turnaway within the next 30 minutes for late arrivers, risking getting a seat here.
This is everything you live for in the playoff moment. You got a packed gym tonight, packed gym by people from all over the community, different coaches from different ball clubs, athletic departments from different schools. You see everybody coming out to see these two powerhouses show down.
Folsom comes in as the number 4 seed. They're 25-4. They finished 11-1 in the Sierra Foothill League. They average 70 a game, and they're 5-1 on the road this season. Head coach Mike Wall in his 11th year, owner of 5 Sac-Joaquin section championships. The host Sheldon Huskies under 9th year head coach Joey Rawlings, the number 1 seed in the Sac-Joaquin section. They come in at an identical 25-4. They were an unblemished 14-0 in the Delta League this season, and they are 9-0 at home this season, averaging just a hair under 70 points per ball game. Let's go ahead and look at starting lineups. They're going to alternate here with the PA announcer. We'll show you Folsom first because they are the visitors, and Mike Wall's ball club is quite an outfit. They'll open at the point guard position with L.J. Gallegos, and in their 3-guard set, J.C. McCain and Isaiah Jones. Then the outstanding Martis Johnson works in the front court with 6'9" Mason Forbes. Forbes headed to Harvard on scholarship and one of the top players in the state. For head coach Joey Rawlings, in his 9th year heading the Huskies, 9 years of virtual supremacy. They open shop with their backcourt ace, the diminutive Justin Nguyen, a 5'9" junior. He wears 11, and he'll work in the backcourt with gunner Dale Curry, outstanding deep range accuracy. Junior transfer Cato Williams, a southpaw, transferring in from Bradshaw Christian after averaging 20 a game as a sophomore. Ron Gebser, a power forward, underrated in the area, and 6'10" center Chris Wright, who comes into this ball game with some outstanding supporting credentials around a guard-heavy Sheldon roster. The officials tonight, a trio of them, and they will have their hands full keeping up with this one despite having 3 lending themselves to the coverage. But we've got 3 veterans from the NCOA, led by referee Sport Barkley. There you see him, ball in hand, and umpires Bill Harrigan and Alonzo Maxwell, keeping things fair and square this evening. Just about optimal conditions tonight for any ballyhooed ball game with this much notoriety and heavy rep going into it, Lauren.
These two teams have lived up to the moment every game prior to today, and this game now is going to live up to the hype. You have a number 1 seeing number 4, and these two teams are the top respected teams in this area, so this is going to be a great showdown.
A showdown indeed. That's why the fans have filled Husky Gym. Both clubs on the floor, Folsom in their road black, trimmed very faintly in their traditional colors, blue and red. Sheldon in the home whites, and it's Folsom with first possession to start the ball game. Baseline drive, a layup, missed, follow-up, down, a putback, Martis Johnson.
And immediately we see Folsom coming out in the full court press. Coach Wall talked about he wants to extend the pressure, and they will do it all night.
2 harassing defenses. Deep J on the way, Cato Williams a miss, follow-up, down! Stuck in beautifully there on the putback.
Wright's 6'8" ability is going to be a factor tonight as he has to continue to crash those boards.
A 2-2 tie. We're just underway. Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week. Gallegos sends it over to the wing. Jump shot on the way. Drained beautifully out there. Knocked down sweet by Isaiah Jones. 4-2 Folsom. Right through traffic. Driving layup. Justin Nguyen.
Both teams getting out early and scoring in explosive ways.
A 4-4 tie. Here's Forbes at the foul line. Defended by Wright. Off balance shot missed by Martis Johnson. A save at the baseline, and here come the Huskies. Push it up the floor. Nguyen. A kick out back to Williams. And now Dale Curry. Great one-on-one skills. Williams, drive and dish. Williams, corner 3, long air ball, follow-up, boom! There he is, Gebser with a follow-up slam. 6-4, that woke everybody up as if they weren't already. Jones to the corner, swinging around the horn. McCain in trouble, loses the rock, out of bounds.
And here he is, he's making his highlight, being able to crash the boards. A Gebser getting that offensive rebound easy and then flushing it down.
I would say so, that was a nice flush. 6-4, Huskies on top. Shot and a miss. Rebound yanked down. Here come the Folsom Bulldogs. Push it up the right side. Gallegos to Martis Johnson. Straight away, Jay. Pow! Deep 3-ball. Isaiah Jones. 7-6, a little seesaw. Down the slot. Nguyen slapped out of there by Forbes. It starts transition. McCain, fast break. Trailer. A foul as Forbes is bumped by Curry.
Great way for Folsom. You see Coach Wall right there trying to get it in transition. They took their time and waited for Forbes to come down the floor. He just attacked it hard.
First foul, first team foul. So Forbes at the stripe. Let's take another look at that sequence.
They waited patiently for Forbes to get back in transition as he ran the floor down the middle and got them a good execution right here to get to the free throw line.
Number 1 spins out. He's better than a fair touch up there. It's a good look at the Harvard-bound 6'9" player, and he misses both. Gebser up for the rebound. Tapped out. Huskies will hold on to the rock. Good hands by Martise Johnson.
Coach Wall still teaching his team right now. They're in the 2-3 defense, but he wants his team to keep the pressure up and extend it as they're in a wider 2-3.
Nguyen to Williams. They play catch, jumper on the way. Down! A sweet three. Justin Nguyen. He's in for 5.
Nguyen waited no time on that one. Knocked it down. As you see right here, Sheldon in that man-to-man zone, man-to-man pressure steal.
Gallegos the miss, one and done. Curry misses at the other end, and Forbes clears it. 9-7. I guess they changed that to a 2-ball. Folsom by 2. Here's the trailer. Forbes. Kick out. Bad pass inside. Jones to Forbes, but they say a Husky deflected it, so Bulldogs will hold on to the rock. Baseline inbound. Comes in, here's McCain with a jumper, over and off, scrap for the board. Nice hustle rebound by Nguyen, but a whistle, and he may have stepped on the end line. It'll be Folsom basketball. Pretty clean game so far. Both teams quick out of the blocks as we near midway first with 4:11 to go. 9-7. Sheldon up 2. Inside layup, sweetly cashed in off the inbound by McCain.
Too easy on the inbound. Huskies gonna have to pay attention to that.
A 9-9 tie. A lob, boom! Slammed hard. Gebser with his second dunk. 11-9 Huskies. This game is really warming up fast. Kick to the corner. Gallegos down. 3-ball corner pocket.
And this is playoff basketball. You see some rhythm. There's no shots missing right now.
Folsom. Spin the replay dial.
And Ronald Gebser, he has flight ability, and he's leaking out on that press. Got a great slam right there.
Loose ball on the floor, got a whistle and a foul. McCain can hardly believe his eyes, but he's called for the foul by referee Sport Barkley. As you see, Coach Wall up off that Folsom bench, and in return, his counterpart, Joey Rawlings.
Coach Wall trying to figure out where was the foul. Just a little too much contact on that bump, but he wants his team still to play aggressive. Coach Rawlings, as we see right there, he's trying to convey to his team, take care of the basketball. That pressure may get too much right here.
Inside feed from Curry. It goes to right, but he's fouled on the play. He's going to shoot 2. Nice entry. And the foul's going to be called on Isaiah Jones, his first, second team foul. So right to the stripe, the 6'10 senior could help his ball club here, where Forbes was unable to do that in the same situation at the other end, missing 2 free throws.
Wright was even able to make that, as in both of them were here early. Wright we see now at the line, but Wright and Forbes came in hours before to work on their free throws specifically. So these big men understand the attention to detail in making their free throws.
Excellent start to this boys D1 semifinal. A 12-12 tie, and Wright misses number 2, so it stays deadlocked out of bounds to Folsom. 1 for 2 up there. Full court pressure, you're going to see that all night long. Gallegos badgered by Curry, who tips it out of bounds. And the Bulldogs will hold on to the rock.
Huskies showing a little mixture of their pressure right there, and you see Coach Wall trying to express to his team now how to take care of the basketball and maneuver through their press.
Baseline inbound. McCain lob to Forbes. Inside with 1 dribble. Well defended shot out of bounds. And they say it's deflected out, so they'll award the basketball to Folsom. And that Folsom bench calling for a foul on the play, but nothing doing. McCain to inbound, baseline left for the Bulldogs. Comes out high to Gallegos. Penetrate, kick out, swing it. Martise Johnson, a clanker off all glass. Out of bounds to Folsom, and yet another try. Substitutions for Sheldon, a pair of them coming on for Sheldon. Dom Johnson, number 1, and number 2, Zavion Brown, sophomore. Johnson a senior, Brown a soph.
And that was good quality minutes for the 2 guards. You see a 2-guard rotation right there from Coach Rawlings, making a substitution key moment. Now you got to bring spark and energy off the bench.
Inbound to Martise Johnson. Gallegos.
Bulldogs haven't found the opportunity to give Forbes the ball in the post. You see there what he's been wanting. But every time he touches the basketball, there is 2 to 3 Sheldon Husky jerseys around him, clouding him. And obviously that's a part of their game plan right now with Coach Rawlings, and it's keeping success. As we see Coach Walls there trying to get his team to understand there's double pressure coming everywhere, which means somebody's open.
Forbes misses in close. Rebound yanked down. Pulled sweet by Zavion Brown. He takes it strong. Dishes. And it's going to come back out on top, courtesy of Dom Johnson. A 12-12 tie, 2.5 to go, late first.
Bulldogs staying in that 2-3 zone.
The runner tipped and deflected. He gets it back and misses off the glass, crashed the board, tapped out of bounds to Sheldon.
You already see Forbes' jumping ability and his length is playing a factor into how the Huskies attack the rim. They cannot drive as clear as they normally do, and his height is obviously playing a factor to that.
Williams down! 3 ball off the right angle. Cato Williams, his first points, 15-12 Huskies. Out on top, McCain to Martise Johnson with 2 minutes to go in the quarter. Gallegos, stop and go. Now it's Martise Johnson. Jalen Scott sends it to Gallegos. Around and out! Heartbreak. Up the floor, Cato Williams, the transfer from Bradshaw Christian, working in the backcourt with Zavion Brown, number 2.
And it's all about finding the right gaps in this zone. Folsom trying to minimize those drives and attacks, stopping that dribble penetration.
That's where Sheldon excels with this brigade of guards. Short J, sweetly done, knocked home. Excellent, Xavier Brown, his first bucket. Nice patience that time.
Patience being a virtue for the Huskies. Hopefully, on the other side, the Bulldogs can get some offense and get in Forbes the basketball.
Largest lead, 17-12. That pass deflected out of bounds. Substitution, Folsom. Back on, Isaiah Jones. Also entering, Gerald Cummings.
Good patience and good ball movement. Got this wide open shot for the Huskies. And you see Xavier Brown right there knocking it down.
So the inbound will come far side. Jones to send it in to Martise Johnson. Less than a minute to go here in the quarter. Huskies by 5. Whistle and a push-off. It's going to be against Folsom, and they're going to clip Martise Johnson for the foul.
Everybody on the Huskies bench liking that, and that you see them continuously in that man-to-man matchup, and they're playing old-school basketball. You're seeing a little bit of the NBA right there, and Coach Wall trying to convey to his point guard, you have to get us in more offense other than the on-ball screen, which has not been working successfully right now.
Coach Wall did not look satisfied. Here's Williams. Down! Another 3 ball for the junior gunner. 30 seconds to go. 20-12, and suddenly the Huskies have jumped out by 8. Whistle and a foul on the drive. Cato Williams.
He's finding his rhythm right now, and when a shooter is hot, you got to get him the basketball. There he goes, knocking down his second one of the quarter.
A timeout taken by Folsom, and they want 30 seconds worth, so we'll just hold it right here. And this game was airtight, locked up at 12-12, and here's suddenly an 8-point burst, fueled by a couple of those Williams 3 balls.
Huskies have been able to make adjustments and get key rotations in so that they can have some consistent flow. Coach Rawlings is doing a great job with his starting key five and the few coming off the bench. As you see, Coach Wall is trying to convey to his team and get a message across in, we're on the road. We got to get back in this. We cannot allow an extensive lead to take place right now in this first quarter. Just want to finish the quarter solid, as you see him taking his timeout right now with 23 left on the clock.
So far, Sheldon has appeared sharper, particularly in those final 3 minutes of the quarter. And we'll see how this last 23 seconds as Joey Rawlings shouts encouragement to his Sheldon ball club. Jones sends it on top to Martise Johnson.
And there has to be execution right here for Folsom, or that would be a wasted timeout.
Sophomore Gerald Cummings handling in the backcourt, and it's going to be a block and a foul on Cato Williams, his first.
No, Coach Rawlings right there is probably a little frustrated. Cato Williams didn't have to foul right there. They were in a good position. Sometimes players need to be smart with the aggressive defense.
Akalpreet Kira into the ball game, handling the rock for Folsom. Backup guard, very steady on in relief right now. Martise Johnson pressured at the buzzer. His shot falls short. We've played one, and it's a 20-12 Sheldon lead over Folsom. Don't walk off. We'll be right back for more.
I'm Ferdinand. You look at me and think big. You think scary. But I'm a little misunderstood. Sorry, I almost killed you. We've all been misunderstood. I'm not a fighter.
I don't understand that at all.
Kids with learning and attention issues like dyslexia and ADHD are misunderstood too. Take the time to understand.
Best plan ever!
With the right support, everyone can reach their full potential because you can't judge a bull by his cover. Learn more at understood.org.
Nice to have you with us for the big show tonight. Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week. We open quarter number 2 in this boys D1 semifinal and host Sheldon, undefeated at home this season at 9-0, jumping out to an 8-point cushion after one. Here we go. Number 2, Zavion Brown handling in the backcourt, defended by Cummings.
And a change in defense for the Folsom Bulldogs. You see them now going matchup man-to-man.
Big mismatch there height-wise. A drive and a runner settles home sweetly with the soft touch, Zavion Brown.
Zavion Brown right there, too tall, too strong.
Largest lead of 10, 22-12. Folsom right now behind the 8 ball, but a long way to go here. Cummings. Forbes. McCain. A clanker, no good. Rebound ripped away sweetly by Xavier Brown.
And we see patience from the Sheldon Huskies. They could have pushed it and took it in transition, but they chose to pull it out and set up a play.
Roll, roll, roll.
Drive it strong. There's the dribble penetration, a whistle and a foul on the drive by Zavion Brown.
Zavion Brown has been explosive off the bench and is showing his athleticism right there. I'm too big, too strong. Give me that bucket.
So after his driving layup, he gets himself to the stripe for a pair of free throws. The foul on Cummings, number 1. Free throw, a clanker, as Gallegos checks back into the Folsom lineup along with Jalen Scott.
And we see already with the 2 drives from Brown that the drive penetration is going to be some problems for the Folsom Bulldogs.
Steady for number 2, missed them both. Rebound pulled by Jalen Scott, and here come the Bulldogs, down 10. Gallegos, nice move, pull-up jump shot, down.
Left Brown in the dust right there to get that easy jumper.
Back within 8 are the Bulldogs. Bouncing in low to Dom Johnson. Work inside and muscle it home. Dom Johnson. All-conference wide receiver for the Sheldon football team as well. Drive, a whistle, and a foul on Sheldon. Sport Barkley with the call. And they're going to call Kaido Williams for the foul. His second. He might have to sit down, and he does.
Coach Rollin is making some good substitutions right now in key moments. And you see right there, he's trying to talk to the ref about the hand check as he needs Kato Williams out there.
Down and around and out. Jump shot missed by Isaiah Jones. Full speed Curry. Nguyen, very crafty with the rock. Playing catch there with right. Jump shot. Down.
Nguyen's been so patient and so at ease, and you can see why he's leading this Husky team to success, because he's cool, calm, and collected.
Just a junior, very smooth. Here's Forbes, wheel and deal, short on the hook. Yank the rebound, it's Curry, push it hard. 1-on-3, a layup, down, and a block and a foul against Folsom. Oh my goodness. Jones called for the foul, his second. And Curry has his first point. There you see the play. Third foul? My. And he completes the three-point play. So, 8 Huskies have scored. That's a testament to their depth. Scott swings it to McCain into the post. It goes to Forbes. He's doubled and kicks out.
Huskies so active on the defensive pressure. You see Curry right there, all in his grill.
Curry defended well, then rebounded the short jumper. (29-14). Jump shot, Nguyen, short this time. Look at this board work. Follow-up missed, right, boards it, and is fouled on his putback.
Huskies are putting in the extra work right now. They're putting in the extra effort, crashing the offensive boards, showing that they really want this game. And Coach Rollins is ecstatic about what's happening right now.
There you see him up along that Husky bench, he and Mike Manning. So right to the stripe where he split 2 free throws in the first quarter and clanks number 1.
Offensive rebound. Offensive rebounding is key. And you see him coming out of the sideline right there to get that offensive rebound and just putting pressure where it needs to be applied, and they reached in and grabbed him on the arm.
Second free throw, missed them both. 1 out of 4. We'll see if that proves to be costly later. Up the floor, Gallegos, defended by Nguyen. Foul line jump shot, down. Sweet money. Gallegos with 7 points.
Gallegos finding ways to keep his team in the ball game on the Folsom sideline. They're trying to get this team in the right positioning on defense.
Nguyen stabilizing at the point for the Huskies as we near midway second with 4:10 to go. 29-16. Huskies having a strong finish to the first and exploding here in the second quarter. Nguyen to Dom Johnson. Down! A 3-ball. He's in for 5.
And everything is working in the Huskies' way right now. Home court advantage is really making his presence right now.
It's a packed house, standing room only. Tough to get a seat. Jalen Scott to Gallegos, he's had their hot hand, but there hasn't been much more to go around. Gallegos sneaks inside, the runner down. I'll tell you, L.J. Gallegos is breathing life into Folsom right now.
He has to be the offensive pressure right now and the offensive presence while they cannot get Forbes the basketball to get him going.
They're going to need more from Martese Johnson. 3:10 to go, late second. This game is very hot, very intense. Sneak inside, Brown, a layup missed, and Wright puts it back.
Wright is applying the right pressure at the right time and giving some trouble to the Bulldogs.
He's got 5 points, and we figured him to be an X factor. Gallegos' runner is good. L.J. Gallegos.
And Coach Rawlings on the sideline right now is at a ruckus right now. He wants his guards to understand we need to get a body on Gallegos as he's intense in the huddle as he's brought it even tighter to cover up a little bit of that angle.
A 14-point lead for the Huskies. As you see that Folsom huddle, Mike Wall really barking instructions. And there's been one common opponent that stands out basically very significantly that has played both of these teams, Lauren. And they've been in the top 3 all year.
Capital Christian Cougars, they met them down at the Gridley tournament, and that is where they got to bop both of these teams. And once you see Capital Christian beating Folsom on the 7th, and then they're coming back on the next day and beating Sheldon. So a testament to the Cougars and their resiliency of both these two powerhouse teams.
That was a high water mark for head coach McCall Woolman of Capital Christian. Of course, they're down in Modesto tonight facing the Modesto Christian Ball Club in the other boys D1 semifinal. Up the floor, walking dribble, Brown with 2:35 to go in the half. Huskies by 14. Johnson to Brown. Folsom back in their zone. Bad pass tapped away by Forbes, but the Huskies will hold on to it.
Folsom trying to find any way to stop and slow down these Huskies. Coach Wall hasn't had a seat since this game has started, and especially since the lead has increased for the Huskies.
Far side inbound, Brown to Dom Johnson, who got hit on the arm, lost the rock, and it's a Sheldon turnover.
Coach Rollins trying to get over across to his team. We got to take care of the basketball and execute better.
This has been a pretty clean game. I see only on my card just one turnover for each squad. Gallegos, the driving force for Folsom tonight, the mini guard, really showing off some offense and draws a foul on Nguyen while shooting. He'll shoot too.
And they haven't found a defensive answer for Gallegos.
No, they have not. So the Folsom mini guard, 5'7" senior, drops number 1. He's got 12 points in the ball game, 12 of Folsom's 21. And misses number 2. Up for the glass, a Gebser. What a leaper. Less than 2 minutes to go here in the first half. Sheldon moving that basketball against the zone. Johnson splits 2, dumps it low, out of bounds. Miscommunication there. So with 1:38, here's Folsom up the floor. And a turnover. So Huskies are on the attack. Mike Wall pretty upset about that turnover right there. Walking dribble very casually. Zavion Brown at the point for the Huskies. Goes to Johnson, corner jump shot, Curry. Short, over and off. Nice rebounding effort there by Deshaun Lynch Also a standout football player. Lynch works inside. It's Martise Johnson with a runner. Missed. Rebound. But on the line was Curry. So Folsom will have the basketball at the baseline. McCain will inbound for the Bulldogs. And they're going to allow a substitution for the Huskies. Xavier Brown checking in. Inbound, a wild bank missed by Forbes. And a Gebser rebounds it. 45 seconds left in the half. High post to Gebser. Looks low, goes high to Curry. Deep J, a miss. Rebound put back by Wright. A huge second quarter, 36-21. Lefty jump shot, Martise Johnson a miss. Rebound by Brown with 15 seconds to go. Dribble drive, loose ball out of bounds to the Huskies evidently. So 13.3 left in the half. Remember, we'll have coaches' interviews at the half. Lauren Goodman to do the honors. Meantime, Curry double teamed in the corner, trouble. A kick out, Jay on the way, down! A deep J, Xavier Brown. And that is the half. And a glittering 16 minutes for Joey Rawlings' Sheldon Huskies as they complete the first half with an outstanding 39-point effort and lead it 39-21. Let's turn our attention to Lauren Goodman standing by with Joey Rawlings.
Coach Rawlings, so I'm here with Coach Rawlings. You jumped out to that big first half. What was the keys to that success?
I think just moving the ball, transition, and our defense has been great. We got to get better on the on-ball screen, but I think if we fix that, it should be a good game.
You minimized Forbes there to only, I think, one free throw attempt. How does that work in your game plan?
Oh, perfect. Chris is doing a great job with him. Ronald did a good job. We're not going to leave him. He's not going to get any easy baskets tonight.
Great, Coach. Good luck in the second half.
Thank you very much.
There it is. There it is. Thank you very much, Lauren. And of course, Joey Rawlings has to be pretty satisfied and pretty pleased with that first half performance. Don't wander off. Lots more to come tonight on Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. Stay with us.
I'm Ferdinand. You look at me and think big. You think scary, but I'm a little misunderstood. Sorry, I almost killed you. We've all been misunderstood. I'm not a fighter.
I don't understand that at all.
Kids with learning and attention issues like dyslexia and ADHD are misunderstood too. Take the time to understand.
Best plan ever!
With the right support, everyone can reach their full potential because you can't judge a bull by his cover. Learn more at understood.org.
They call me Prince like I'm royalty or something. But the places I've lived ain't no palaces. So I don't need grilled salmon or a new scratching post. Just give me a cardboard box and a can of tuna and we're good. You can even change my name. I'm cool being the kitty formerly known as Prince.
Look at you. You're at the top of your game. You're unstoppable. Nothing can throw you off track. Wait, is that your car? Uh-oh. Yeah, I saw that coming. That will throw you off track. You're looking at around 10 grand in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates. Let's try this again. Smart move. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Well, it was a furious first half here at Husky Gym in this boys Division I semifinal tonight between top seed Sheldon, undefeated at home this season, and number 4 seed Folsom. And it was a blitz that began late in the first period and carried through all the way till halftime. A blitz that began when the ball game was tied at 12-12 and seemingly taking the shape and form of many, many other classic Sheldon-Folsom battles. Let's check in with Lauren Goodman. She's standing by with Denise Aguilar. Lauren?
So now I'm here with Susan Aguilar, athletic director. Denise Aguilar, athletic director here at Sheldon High School. And how is it going thus far? Winter sports coming to an end, and now you're about to start spring sports.
Yeah, and of course on Monday it rained, which was the signal of spring sports. And so baseball and softball have already played, been winning, so things are looking good. Our volleyball boys just won a match, so hey, we're off to a great start.
Starting early success. As you see, the gym is full in here tonight. Yep. Kind of a little stressed out, a little overwhelmed. How are you dealing with just tonight and the success of your boys and how they've been going so far?
Well, we've done this. This is typical for us, so it's fun. It's fun. I mean, we can't complain. How do you complain about this? This is high school. This is high school athletics. So, yeah.
Thank you. Well, glad to have Susan here with us and hope you guys enjoy the rest of the game.
Thank you. Have a good evening.
Going back to Will.
Thank you very much, Lauren. Yes, longtime AD Denise Aguilar. She's seen championships come and go in many different sports and merging now from transitioning from winter to spring sports, but certainly not to cut short this basketball success because it is rousing. Stay with us. We're going to come right back for more of Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week.
Maria, so how's work?
It was fourth period biology. Our students just weren't getting how easily viruses spread. So Miss Bell and I had them role play a zombie virus outbreak. By the time they had all learned the lesson, all the living were dead. Hey, how's your job going?
That big sales meeting I planned? Next year, I might get to go.
Cool. Your son wants to get a cat, but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job.
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
Well, we're still at the intermission here, but it's winding down rapidly at Sheldon High School, where third quarter action is just a short time away, as Folsom is really going to have to dig deep to try to claw back from this 18-point deficit, 39-21 against top seed Sheldon. So we'll wait and see what adjustments have transpired, and certainly it's going to be a real chore for Folsom head coach Mike Wall to try to put something together and re-inject his ball club with confidence. We're going to step back for a quick 30 and come right back to Access Sacramento's hometown sports game of the week. Stay with us.
Maria, so how's work?
It was fourth period biology. Our students just weren't getting how easily viruses spread. So Miss Bell and I had them role play a zombie virus outbreak. By the time they had all learned the lesson, all the living were dead. Hey, how's your job going?
That big sales meeting I planned? Next year, I might get to go.
Cool. So, I'm kind of new here, but I've noticed a trend. My human does this funny thing where she goes around and gets all my toys, and then she hides them in that basket by the door. But it's always the same basket, and it's always in the same place. And then she acts so surprised when I find them, but, she's putting them in the same basket. Again. It's like, hello, that's where you put it last time. You were the worst at hide and go seek.
We are underway here in the third period at Sheldon High in this boys D1 semifinal. Folsom behind the 8 ball right now. And a whistle and a foul committed by Dale Curry. His second. Non-shooting. McCain will inbound near side for Folsom, staring uphill at an 18-point deficit. Gallegos with the rock. He's been their big bright spot offensively with 12 points in the first half. McCain drive and kick. Jay on the way. Down! 3 ball, Isaiah Jones. Well, that's the way you'd want to start, certainly. Has to be a bit of relief for head coach Mike Wall.
Folsom still coming out in that 2-3 zone, trying to extend it a little more to apply a little bit more pressure.
New end to Curry, penetrate, layup, good. Underhand flip, very sweet. So Sheldon answers on top 41-24 and cruising right now. In the post, whistle inside, right, fouling Forbes. It's his first, no worries yet. Coming on for Folsom, off the bench, Jalen Scott replacing Jones.
You saw Coach Rawlings talk about that at halftime. He is going to continue to pressure on Forbes and is not going to stop. As of right now, it's been a success. You
see Coach Mike Wall there, and we see Brown back into the ballgame, replacing Nguyen momentarily. Scott to McCain. Drive it strong, missed the layup, rebound right. Williams, cross court, break up and steal by McCain. Take it strong, a layup, down. He read that like a book, stepped in front of the passing lane and scooped it and ran.
Folsom has come out right with the nice energy to start the second half.
Right to Brown, drive and dish, boom! There he is again, a Gebser, his third slam, and all 3 were very nasty. Forbes on the point, still scoreless according to my score sheet. Kicks out to Scott, working one-on-one against Wright.
And it's been a single matchup coverage. Coach Rawlings putting a lot of trust in Chris Wright and his defensive ability.
6 on the shot clock. McCain finds an opening, swatted out of there. A Gebser with the block. It starts Curry with transition. Feed low, stolen away. Spin the replay dial.
We see a Gebser again grabbing on that rim with some intensity.
That was a rim rattler for sure. Nice effects, guys. 43-26. Sheldon in command right now, early third. Gallegos cautiously up the floor against Brown, beats him across the timeline, steadies up. A whistle and a foul on Martise Johnson away from the ball. Wow. That's not going to help him. Number 2 on Martise. He'll come out, back into the ball game. Power forward Deshaun Lynch.
It's the screens, it's the on-ball screens that is giving some difficulty to the Folsom Bulldogs in setting correct screens as they picked up 2 or 3 offensive fouls on those screens.
Curry on the point, feed the post. A Gebser pump fake, dish. Brown baseline drive to the opposite corner. Williams missed this time. Nice tapping rebound there. Beautiful job. A Gebser with the quick hands. Kind of out-slickered Lynch on that. Brown fouled on the drive. And they're going to clip Isaiah Jones for the foul. His third or fourth. 4 fouls on Isaiah, not good.
Brown can just drive so strong and aggressive, and you see the reach-in foul right there to grab the ball and reach in. And he has no rhythm as you see him coming to the bench right now, upset about that last foul being his 4th foul.
Well, Folsom's thin bench is going to start to show now. Curry, a miss from the corner. Rebounding foul against Sheldon. And it's going to be Wright called for his 2nd foul, and he's in utter disbelief. So deep foul trouble as you see Coach Wall for the Bulldogs' Isaiah Jones. 4 fouls here midway third. Gallegos, not this time. Missed it flat, follows up, drive it, lay it up, down! L.J. Gallegos. 43-28, the lead is 15, and Gallegos has 14. Brown to Curry. Drive and dish. Corner jumper on the way. A miss from Cato Williams. On the run rebound. Gallegos waits for help. 4:10 to go. Midway third. McCain drive and dish to Gallegos. Lynch missed in close. Boards it. Turns. Follows. Partially blocked by Wright. And here's a tie-up and steal by Lynch and a layup for 2. Badly needed. It's his first points. 43-30. 3:40 to go. Flip side, quarter number 3. So happy to have you with us. Loose ball. It's a turnover. McCain's got it. 6 turnovers in the game now on Sheldon. 3 against Folsom. McCain. Pull up, a miss. Wright boards it for the Huskies. Both clubs take a little pause right here. The action's been furious and the transition relentless.
Trying to catch their second wind and see the gaps in the zone.
Curry tries to wrap it inside to Wright. It's deflected, but they salvage it. Curry travels for a Sheldon turnover.
And the shuffle of the feet there threw him off, and a definite timeout to settle these 2 teams down.
Lynch with a nice hustle play here. There you see him.
Missed the bucket, but the second effort and the fight to go get that and just palmed it to the layup.
He sure did. 2:52, late third. In case you've just joined us, this game has been furious for the entire ball game thus far. Joey Rawlings with his Huskies circled around him. And speaking of Joey Rawlings, before his 9 years coaching the Sheldon boys, 5 years as head coach of the Lady Huskies here. And he reached the playoffs all 5 years, including a Sac-Joaquin section championship in 05-06. Hats off to Joey Rawlings.
Remember battling against Coach Rawlings, got the opportunity to play against those great Sheldon Husky teams back in the early 2000s. And Coach Rawlings has always been an outstanding man, and he's always put forth the effort. He's always had a presence in the women's basketball. So when he made that jump to the men's, his outstanding coaching pedigree has continued to follow him.
Well, there you see him in front of that Husky bench. His club is on top 13. They were up 18 at the intermission. Folsom is chipped away a little bit. Would like to get it to single digits before the quarter expires. Martise Johnson has been a non-factor offensively. Their first bucket of the night, nothing else. Forbes, another miss inside, but a foul against the Huskies, and they have denied Mason Forbes. They call right for the foul, his third. And so Forbes back to the stripe. He was up there early in the game in the first quarter and missed a pair.
And you see him right now trying to take a deep breath because the Huskies have swarmed him all night, throwing in his first bucket right there.
First point of the evening for the 6'9" senior headed to Harvard. Back on for the Huskies, a Gebser who has had 3 rim-rattling slam dunks tonight. He misses number 2. Nice rebounding there by Dom Johnson.
Dom Johnson showing some of that football athleticism right there on that rebound.
Excellent wide receiver for Joe Catolico's Huskies football team. Johnson kicks out to Williams. Feed low, a bobble and a turnover. Up the floor, tapped away by Williams. Forbes has it, layup, missed, but a foul. So Forbes trying to become more active here. Curry called for the foul.
See a loose ball, he threw it behind the back right there. Just not there quick enough, Curry, for the foul, as I thought he was there in position.
Frankly, I didn't see the foul. I did see Forbes' hand on Curry's head, though. Now let's observe here. Here's Curry, number 0.
And they called a blocking foul.
Oh, that was rough. Okay, 1 out of 2 again.
So now we're getting some key players with 3 fouls right there. You see Curry picking up his 3rd and Wright having 3. See how that impacts the rest of the flow of the game.
So Folsom has crept back into the ball game. They're down 11. They've taken 7 off that 18-point deficit. Here with less than 2 minutes. Williams, another 3-ball to put an end to that. That's his 3rd tray of the evening. The junior transfer from Bradshaw Christian doing a nice job in the scoring column. 14-point cushion, Gallegos working against Nguyen. Now it's Scott. Near breakup, Forbes is going to be called for an over the back. Golly.
And Cato Williams doing what he does best for Coach Rawlings and the Huskies, knocking down 3s when they're needed and stop the run that we saw progressing from the Bulldogs.
Substitution, Curry out. Nguyen in the backcourt sharing with Xavier Brown, number 3. Also out there, Williams, Dom Johnson, and a Gebser. Good ball movement as the Huskies are trying to make this Folsom zone
And now
really
we
work.
see Coach Wall making a call to the Bulldogs so they can extend their pressure, and that forced the turnover right there. As you see the Folsom fans happy with the outcome of that defensive pressure.
8th turnover of the ball game for Sheldon. Folsom has turned it over 5 times. Less than a minute to go here in the third. 14-point Husky cushion. Martise Johnson, drive it, bank it, miss it. Tapped, bobbled, and McCain's got it. Open daylight shooting. Down! 3 ball. That was big.
Coach Rollins trying to get a quick, Coach Wall, trying to get a quick timeout so his team can get some momentum going into ending this quarter.
Spin the replay dial.
McCain getting lucky right there on the tip out for Forbes, knocking it down. Oh, man.
Closest the Bulldogs have been in a long while, having pulled within 11. Sheldon has managed just 7 points in this quarter as you see Mike Wall with his troops circled around him. On the other hand, Folsom has had its best quarter, 14 points here in the third. On the floor for Sheldon, Gebser, along with Brown, Williams, Nguyen, and Dom Johnson. Taking the floor for Folsom, Forbes, Jalen Scott, Lynch, Martise Johnson, and McCain.
Bulldogs have to get a defensive stop right here, either creating a turnover, forcing a turnover, or getting the defensive stop altogether so that the Huskies do not go in the quarter with a bucket.
Folsom with a chance to cut the deficit to single digit if they can get a stop and a score. 20 seconds to go. Williams handling, kicking, Nguyen, clanker, tapped, bubbled, and grab bar, Martise Johnson. 9 seconds to go. Here's McCain, badgered hard by Nguyen. 5 seconds. Martise Johnson, blocked out of there. And a near 3/4 court bucket ends the third with the Huskies on top by 11. Do not wander off. 4th quarter drama dead ahead. We'll be right back.
My grandfather served in World War II. Spending time with him were the best memories of my life. I became a physician at VA because of my grandfather, so I can help others like him. I can't imagine working with better doctors or a more dedicated staff. I'm fulfilling my life's mission with the help of my team and thanks to these veterans. I'm proud to be a doctor at VA and proud to honor my grandfather every day. Search VA Careers to find out more.
Both clubs on the floor as we open 4th quarter action here from Sheldon High with Lauren Goodman. I'm Will James, and we're thrilled to have you with us tonight for the Hometown Sports Game of the Week. It's a boys Division I semi. Here's a steal. McCain grabs it, drives on Nguyen, a layup blocked out of there, but it's liable to be basket interference on Dom Johnson. And a bucket for McCain.
Dom Johnson, the wide receiver star athlete here, gets all the way up. Probably touched the top of the backboard right there on that block.
That was some leaping by the 6'2 senior. Williams break the press. Down the lane, a runner short. Tapped, bobbled, and grabbed by Martise Johnson. 2 and 2, take it strong. A power drive, a block on Nguyen.
And you see a lot of Coach Rawlings guards trying to sacrifice, even though smaller, trying to sacrifice their body and pick up those charges, just not getting in the right position. And that one might have been close right there.
That was very close. Martise looked like a fullback going through an itty-bitty hole in the line there. 46-37. Folsom finally within single digit. Free throw, Shaky free throwing all night for both clubs.
Hasn't been good for either team and not good for the road team, that is, which may come down to an important factor in the next 7 minutes.
1 out of 2 for Martise Johnson. 46-38.
And now you see Folsom in that extended 2-2-1 press, trying to slow these Huskies down any way they can.
They're going to call Gallegos for a foul from behind on a pretty slick tap away. His first non-shooting.
Coach Rollins on the sideline trying to get in the offensive play for his team. Execution is key right now. Execution is key for the Huskies.
Here's Williams in the corner, defended by Johnson. 6'2" against 6'3". Here's a drive, a layup, down!
Cato Williams had a little bit more fancy on that one.
48-38, back to a 10-point cushion for Sheldon. Jones to Johnson, tapped out of bounds. The rock will go to Folsom.
Cato Williams getting his first layup. You see they're overplaying him for the three-point, and the drive is just wide open. Hangs in the air right there, kisses it off the left-hand glass.
Little defensive breakdown there. Baseline inbound. Jones to Forbes. Drive it and stick it.
Saw a little reservation right there from Wright as the whole Folsom bench is up right now calling the defense out.
48-40. Here's Curry on the point. Folsom has chopped 10 off that deficit of 18. Johnson, Williams, down!
Too wide open, Will. Too wide open. No defensive pressure. And he just knocks down the three with ease.
He's got 4 of them tonight, 2 in each half. 51-40. Gallegos. Badgered hard by taller defenders. Inside the Lynch, power shot, missed, follow-up, down. Forbes on the follow.
Forbes taking advantage of every second right now. He's a senior, so if he doesn't give it his all, that's all they got.
Blocked at the other end. Forbes blocked the Williams drive. Here's Isaiah Jones, a miss. Back for the defensive glass is New End, who travels.
Folsom corner, as it is, he is livid, and you see right here, Cato Williams again finding his opportunity and knocking his shot down. Wide open three, and then on the backspin, you got Forbes going to attack the board right in foul trouble, so he can't do too much.
An inside miss and a right rebound. 5:45 to go, still early fourth. 9-point lead Sheldon. Folsom has been playing comeback since late first quarter. Dom Johnson intercepted. Turnover Sheldon, their 10th. McCain looks to Forbes, picked up! Brown with the steal, and he's fouled by McCain.
Frustration foul from McCain right there. He's been playing smart, but that turnover led to that easy foul.
Zavion Brown, sophomore, great leaper. He'll inbound near side, near midcourt at the 5:20. A packed house tonight here at Husky Gym. Curry back to Brown. Split the two, dump it low. Johnson banks it home. Beautifully done.
Great patience from the Huskies, and they're finding anybody. They're getting scoring tandems from anybody in a white jersey right now, and that's where they're getting those opportunities to score easy buckets.
Gallegos bounce it low to Lynch. Works inside and draws a foul. Brown thought he had all ball, but he's going to be called for the foul.
Folsom fans liking to get that foul right there. Another opportunity for the Folsom Bulldogs to get to the free throw line without the clock moving. They need to knock down free throws. And Brown just a little too anxious. Got off his feet early. See the patience right there from Lynch, using his body, getting the contact to get to the free throw line.
In and out. Tough luck on the Lynch free throw. He'll have another. One out of two. 53-43. 4:35 to go, nearing midway fourth. Gallegos push. LJ Gallegos, 12 first half points, 14 for the game. He kept them above water in the first half when they really struggled. Jones, well defended, air ball long. Push it strong, Curry. Sheldon up 10, less than 4 minutes to go. Williams fires again and misses, and Forbes rebounds. Gallegos steadies up now. Gets a hand check from the taller Williams. Deep J, down!
You got to get Gallegos the ball. At this point, he's the only one that's scoring at tandems and in a flurry.
Break up and steal by Gallegos. Take it strong. Arch back bank missed. Curry tough on the defensive glass.
And you see impatience right here from Brown. Coach Wall trying to express to his team that they need to push up the tempo.
Right. Follows up. 55-46. A pass out of bounds, a Folsom turnover. Substitution, Scott out for Folsom, McCain in. Curry. Deep, defended by Gallegos. Feed right at the foul line. Jump shot, around and out. Up for the board, Lynch, and he's bumped from behind by Wright. .2:27 left. Lynch to the stripe for Folsom. Good on number one. He was up there a short time ago and split a pair. He's got 4 points, all in the second half. Played well. 1 out of 2, whistle on the rebound, involving Jones and Johnson. Jones is fouled out of the ball game at the 2:27 mark. Isaiah Jones is exiled on fouls. Tough luck for the senior. Brown handling the rock, defended by Gallegos. Now Curry swings it to Williams. Feed low, bobbled away, turnover Huskies. 11 of them on Sheldon. Martise Johnson draws a foul on an out-of-control drive. And Dom Johnson is going to get called for the foul. Ten team fouls now on Sheldon. Double bonus free throwing for Folsom the rest of the way. 55-47.
At the Sheldon band, they've been rocking all night. It definitely gives you that playoff atmosphere when you have a band like them and they're rocking in that teal, black and white.
It sure does, Lauren. Martise Johnson steadies and misses long. One out of two. 55-48. The lead is 7. Push it strong. Brown nearly travels on a slip, but gets it to Curry. Less than 2 minutes to go. Mike Wall up off that Folsom bench, urging pressure in the backcourt. There's a tap away, but recovered by Brown. Here's Wright, puts it in. At the other end, a miss by Forbes. Rebound by Curry. Back to a 9-point cushion as Gallegos fouls Zavion Brown. Non-shooting, team foul number 6. Bulldogs have done a good job in that area. Nguyen to Curry. Fouled from behind by McCain. He's third. So right now, Bulldogs are going to have to hope for poor free throwing from Sheldon, and so far tonight it's been pretty poor. 2 for 7 in the first half, and that's all they've done so far for the night. 2 for 7. Curry got it. Xavier Brown checks into the Huskies lineup. Out there with Williams, Curry, Wright, and Johnson. No good on number 2. Rebound taken down by McCain. They're going to have to fast break everything they get their hands on as Williams fouls McCain on the drive. Double bonus. So McCain to the stripe. It's his first time up there all evening. He's had a representative game. Drops the free throw for his 10th point. Nguyen back onto the floor for the Huskies. Number 2, also good. 11 for McCain, 58-50. Immediate whistle and foul. So McCain commits his 4th foul. 1-and-1 free throwing upcoming for Sheldon in the person of Dale Curry. He was up there a short time ago with the same scenario, hit the first and missed the bonus. Trying to add to an 8-point lead here with 1:10 left. And cannot. Bad free throw shooting. A reach foul on Brown unnecessarily as he swipes Gallegos. Foul number 2. So Joey Rawlings not satisfied with that decision making as Gallegos hits number 1 for his 16th point. Right out, back on a Gebser for the Huskies. He's been a force inside this evening. Number 2 also good, 17 for Gallegos. 58-52, a whistle and a foul committed by Scott. His second. This is the closest Folsom has been since 17-12 in the first quarter. They pulled here within 6, but Williams at the stripe, trying to push that up for the Huskies here in the final minute 3. And cannot, again, atrocious free throwing by the Huskies. Gallego, stop and go, kick to the corner, Johnson, down! Hold on to yourselves. Here come the Bulldogs. And what have we here? Yes, there's part of our huge crowd. The foul's on Curry. And another look. A corner 3 for Martese Johnson, and Curry clips him. So he will have chance for the 4-point play if he can connect. They're within 2. It's a 1-possession game. Joey Rawlings a lot more concerned right now than when he had the 18-point lead early on. Credit the Bulldogs for a valiant comeback here on the road against a team that's undefeated at home. Sheldon coming in 9-0. So Mike Wall adamant up along that Folsom sideline, insisting that the officials make clear a 5-second count. Let's take another look at the replay here on the corner. Got to call it a foul. It was certainly not deliberate, but he fell into him. So an all-important free throw upcoming here. 58-55, and somehow this game was destined to get locked up into a close, intense battle, as many of the games have been. The last 2 times they played, Folsom has beaten the Huskies by 1 and by 1. Game referee, Sport Barkley, making sure everything's squared away. Martese Johnson, steady, got it. Very clutch, a 4-point play, 58-56. Nguyen, badgered by Gallegos. A 2-point lead for the Huskies, 40 seconds to go. Now Curry handling. Folsom does not have to foul. They look for a stop and a score. Curry drives, feed the corner, swing it. Nguyen in trouble, back to Nguyen. Now Curry, drive it, blocked by Forbes, Out of bounds. Wow. 14.4. Curry, a hard fall. Curry will inbound for the Huskies. They're up 2 and a timeout. Boy, oh boy. What do you know about this? Let's spin the replay dial. Here comes Curry. A swipe by Gallegos, bumped into by Forbes. He hits the deck. It's out of bounds. No foul call, but they give the rock to Sheldon. This one has been every single bit intense as the last 2 times they played and many of the previous times they played, which has been a total of 24 times. They have split the 24 games 12-12. There's that Folsom huddle. Mike Wall urging Forbes and teammates. Folsom needs a stop and a bucket. It'll be Sheldon inbound, baseline left. Curry will send it in. Quadruple stack in the key. Lob, bank shot, missed. It comes out. Scott, a layup, down! 5 seconds left. We're tied at 58. Here comes Brown, jump shot, missed. And there's a buzzer. We are going over time on the Hometown Sports Game of the Week as Folsom has battled back to tie it at 58. Oh my goodness. Everybody has been stretched to the limit, including our trio of officials. So, inevitably, we go overtime. We tantalize this game as being a matchup between teams that always play close. And here we are locked up in an extra conference with the officials. Here's the miss by Johnson. Fast break. And we are looking at a possible technical foul. A technical foul, Lauren, as you say, has been called against Folsom.
Celebration at the end. Coach tried to explain to the referee and talk to the referee and take the foul on himself. But you see right there, Folsom accredited a technical and will probably start this overtime.
So Mike Wall trying to get his bench under control. Of course, the jubilation of tying the score, but it'll be Nguyen at the stripe for the Huskies, and he drops a technical free throw.
And Will, I don't think I've ever seen a technical shooting foul to start the beginning of overtime. Have you?
No, I have not. This is a first. And Nguyen promptly gives Sheldon a 2-point lead in overtime. I think they're going to resume action here as soon as official Alonzo Maxwell has one more clarification at the timetable. Curry will inbound at midcourt far side. A screaming full-speed layup by Jalen Scott after the Sheldon miss is what tied this thing up. And our trio of officials taking sufficient time as we see Mike Wall left, Joey Rawlings right. Nice split, bro.
And both coaches just trying to get clarity as you see them both with concerned faces, pacing back and forth, as in this is something that probably is not done on the normal, but we started the overtime with a technical foul. So Huskies shot a free throw, and now there won't be a traditional tip at the overtime line. They will take it out on the side.
I'm not certain if I heard that clearly from Alonzo Maxwell, one of our game officials. There you see him explaining to our scorer.
The technical foul happened after the buzzer hit zero, so therefore we are still having an
So we go overtime because the technical was called after the clock expired. So here's Nguyen with the Huskies up 2 in OT. In case you've just drifted in, boy, oh boy, you have missed a tremendous comeback by Folsom, coming from 18 down to tie it. At the regulation buzzer, Curry, drive, dish, whistle.
Curry looking over to Coach Rawlings. I know he's not happy about that.
That is his fifth personal foul. He has fouled out of the ballgame.
Fouls on Curry. I've got him for 4. On the floor for the Huskies, Nguyen, Curry. Has Curry fouled out?
Curry has fouled out. Ref is at the table giving Coach Rawlings the 15 seconds to sub somebody in.
He's going to go big with Chris Wright. Well, that's a big loss at 3:37. Gallegos. Here's the feed to Forbes. Tapped away, but recovered. Over and back, turnover Folsom.
And you see Dom Johnson was right there to add some physicality to when Forbes touched the ball, and Wall is not happy on the sideline right now as he's pacing back and forth.
Nguyen cautiously working on Gallegos. Now it's Cato Williams. Sheldon seemingly in a great position to nail down a victory, unable to coast in at the finish line, getting caught at the buzzer.
Huskies haven't had any consistency with their flow of offense, so they're going to have to find somebody to hit a big shot right now.
The big guy lays it home easily, a Gebser.
Gebser looked for the bang right there, but took in the layup for the 2.
62-58. Gallegos down.
Gallegos still being the wonder from down under with the height disadvantage above everybody. Smallest player on the floor tonight, biggest heart on the floor tonight.
No doubt the senior guard coming up big. Let's take a look.
See down here, Gebser just getting to the rack hard as he's been all night, finishing right there with the right hand. But this young man right here, LJ Gebser right here, knocking it down so he can get that bucket.
19 points for senior guard LJ Gallegos, doing more than earning his keep this evening in a ball game that has been stifling for Mason Forbes and Martese Johnson. Their 2 leading scorers so far have been limited to 6 for Forbes and 8 for Johnson.
And that's important. Sometimes coaches focus on, there's 3 big players for Folsom, you can't deny that, but sometimes coaches are going to focus on the top 2, and now that gives Gallegos the green light to step up, and he has with the 19 points.
Continuing foul trouble for Folsom. McCain playing with 4 fouls. And Chris Wright with 4 fouls for Sheldon. Dom Johnson handling, defended by McCain. 2:20 to go in overtime. Huskies by 2. The difference right now, the technical free throws. Nguyen to Williams. They play catch again. Wide open Williams, steps inside, kicks out, Nguyen, a miss, boom! Oh my Lord.
And if you wanted to wake up the gym, right there, a Gebser wakes him up with that power rebound dunk.
A miss by Martine Johnson. 64-60 after the big time slam. Let's spin the replay dial for Mr. Gebser.
And the Gebser, you hear him all over that rim right there. Power driving that one to the bottom of the net.
He's got 4 slams and another bucket for 10. 64-60. A minute and a half to go in overtime. Williams finding a space, leaks inside, misses the layup, tapped up. There he is, the leaper. A Gebser, a key offensive rebound.
And Gebser's being the X factor right now in overtime with his energy and athletic ability.
A minute 5 to go. Nguyen to Williams. Huskies by 4. Time getting tight again for the Bulldogs. Williams, drive, stop, pass. Nguyen clobbered hard as 2 players took his ball fake, Gallegos and McCain. Gallegos with the foul.
The fans are up and at it, as you see right there. He just took his time, got him in the air with the pump fake, and used his body to create that foul.
He was up there a short time ago for the technical free throws, hit them both. And misses number 1 here.
And that's important. 46 seconds, you seen right there in the regulation, Folsom handled it. So he's gonna have to make this free throw right now. It's important for the Huskies.
1 out of 2. 65-60, 40 seconds to go. Back cut, McLean, down! J.C. McCain. Backcourt pressure, 3-point game, 30 seconds to go.
And you see Sheldon trying to stall right here, Will. Bulldogs not thinking quick enough to get the foul immediate so they can have more time on the clock.
The foul's on Gallegos, his 4th. Let's take a look at McCain.
Good backdoor feed by LJ Gallegos in the spin with the hang right there. McLean getting that timely bucket.
McCain having a solid ball game. Nguyen clutch. 66-62. Seven, 62.
20 seconds left on the clock. What are the Folsom Bulldogs going to draw up here?
Deep J Gallegos down! Wow! It pulls them within 2 with 11 seconds to go. L.J. Gallegos.
And he's been beyond amazing. You see he slipped right there. As we're going to get a replay right here, you see he lost his footing on the play, but just heads up, I got to say, my season type of shot and he knocks it down from beyond the volleyball line on that one.
24 points for Gallegos. They're 2 short. They're down by 2. The difference right now, the technical free throws to start the overtime.
Coach is in the huddle, and Coach Wall is paying close attention to 11 seconds is a lifeline. 11 seconds is a lifetime of opportunity, and we see right here in the Sheldon huddle, they just need to take care of the basketball and push it at this point. Take care of the basketball. You don't have to force anything, but understand the Folsom Bulldogs are going to come out aggressive. They want to save their season. They got to play with everything in it.
Does Folsom have to foul here?
They do.
They do.
Folsom has to take a foul right here to stop the clock quickly. It has to stop under 11. A good foul right now is going to stop in that .9. They have to foul immediately if they don't go for the steal first, Will. The first objective right now is go for the steal. If you don't get the steal, then we get a foul right there.
A whistle and a foul away from the ball involving Nguyen and Cummings, and they call Cummings for the hold. Wow! So it's going to place Nguyen at the stripe, where he's made a living up there lately.
Now you saw frustration from Cummings with the foul, but Coach Wall is at ease right now because that foul happened with no time running off the clock, and now he's going to the free throw line shooting bonus, but you get the full 11.9 to get an opportunity to get back in this same situation.
Well, this was a tactical maneuver, and Coach Wall hoping for 1 out of 2 from Nguyen, who's been pretty steady up there. He's hit 6 out of 7 here in overtime.
And that's why he's in the game right now. You see Coach Rawlings doing key substitutions, offensive substitutions and defensive substitutions, so he can have the right players on the floor.
If not for what Nguyen's done at the foul line, Sheldon is only 3 for 11 for the game up there. Big free throw. Got it. 68-65. Clutch free throwing. 11.9. Folsom is really going to have to reach back for something special here. McCain blows past Williams. Take it strong. A layup. Missed. And with 3.6, the leaper, Gebser, draws a foul on Forbes. This has been a doozy, and certainly everything we expected from these two teams and these two coaches and these two programs. This is the first time Ron has been at the foul line this evening, though he's been a major presence inside all night with 4 slams and another inside bucket, and his rebounding has been significant. A miss on number 1. A miss on number 2. Here comes Martise Johnson. They're down by 4. Pull up Jay. A miss, and this ball game is over in an overtime thriller. The Sheldon Huskies hold on to defeat a valiant Folsom Bulldogs ball club that came from 18 down to force a tie and sent it overtime. But the 2 technical free throws put a specter over the overtime session, and that 2 free throws was a pivotal point in the overtime session. Jubilation on the floor for host Sheldon as their band exults, and you see the sportsmanship all across the handshake line from the Sheldon and Folsom players alike. What a ball game, and certainly fitting for what has been a continuing trend among these two super programs over the years. So with that being said, we'll step back and exhale right now and encourage you to stick around for our post-game segment. Lauren Goodman will be interviewing our players of the game and hopefully winning coach Joey Rawlings. Stand by.
Maria, so how's work?
It was fourth period biology. Our students just weren't getting how easily viruses spread. So Miss Bell and I had them role play a zombie virus outbreak. By the time they had all learned the lesson, all the living were dead. Hey, how's your job going?
That big sales meeting I planned? Next year, I might get to go.
Cool.
Your son wants to get a cat,
I'll really take care of it.
but you're allergic. Do you A, prepare yourself, B, make the best of it,
C squared equals
25.
Good job.
or C, find a loophole? When it comes to parenting, there are no perfect answers, but that's okay, because you don't have to be perfect to be a perfect parent. Teens in foster care will love you just the same.
Here's to the things that can keep us safe. Those we use all the time with hardly a thought. Those that are silently standing by to save our lives. And now, those that we carry with us everywhere we go. Many mobile devices will now bring you wireless emergency alerts, real-time information directly from local sources you know and trust. With the unique sound and vibration, you'll be in the know, wherever you are.
The verdict is in, and the decision is final this evening at Sheldon High School, where tonight, in a wild boys Division I semifinal clash, arch rivals Folsom and Sheldon squared off to a fierce battle that wound up going overtime before the host Huskies finally prevailed in overtime by a final count of 69-65 to remain unbeaten at home this season with a 10-0 mark. We had some marvelous performances this evening. Lots of contenders for our players of the game, but I think we picked two dandies. And as selected as our players of the game in tonight's wild contest, L.J. Gallegos of Folsom High School, a superlative all-around game tonight, and a game-high 24 points to lead Folsom, keep them out of deep water in the first half and help spark a second half comeback and overtime comeback. And for Sheldon, junior sharpshooter Cato Williams dropping 4 3 balls and helping the Huskies jump out to an early lead. Lauren Goodman is standing by with our players of the game. Lauren?
So I'm here with these two outstanding players, one from Folsom and one from Sheldon, after this tough overtime matchup. We're going to start with the losing team first with number 10, LJ Gallegos, dropped in 24 points, senior outing. How was it so easy for you to get those buckets and opportunities tonight?
I don't know. I just came out with the pick and roll and looked for my shot, looked to attack the basket whenever I could.
You had so much resiliency and tremendous heart out there. Know it's your senior season, so this is your last night, but you're going to have an opportunity to play in NorCal's. How do you feel going forward for Folsom?
I don't feel this like I feel like we could have won the game if it wasn't for a few mistakes, but I'm ready to for the next game.
You pulled through. You had a clutch three-pointer right there to bring it within 2 in the last minutes. What were you thinking about? You slipped at the end.
I was just thinking we got to score to win the game, so I just shot a 3 and made it.
Great game tonight. So for the winning team, I have Cato Williams. You were knocked down. You had 2 big three-pointers in the first half, 2 big three-pointers in the second half. How were you so open out there?
My teammates just setting me up, giving me off screens, getting me to be able to get to the cup as well.
I know Coach Rawlings talked about you getting wide open shots and opportunities to score down in the stretch. You hit key three-pointers at the top. How was the offense rotating for you to get those shots?
Just overloading one side and then finding me to get the ball so I can knock down a shot.
Found good looking opportunities out there, Cato, and you were wide open. Then you got a free opportunity to attack the rim. How were you so easily able to attack the Folsom's hard defense?
Our big being able to move Chris out of the way, or Mason Forbes out of the way, so that it clears up a little bit of gap so I could hit that, and he did a great job guarding him as well too. So
great pull out, Cato. And now I have the winning coach here with me, Coach Rawlings. You had a clean, easy lead there, and then it turned, and then we led to overtime. What happened in that transition?
You know, that's basketball. You know, ups and downs. They got a little momentum going. We couldn't stop on the momentum. We missed some easy shots. I think free throws killed us at the end of that fourth quarter. We make our free throws, we're probably up 15, 20, you know. So every time you miss a free throw, they get a little more confident, a little more, you know, get the calls were going their way, the ball was bouncing their way. Just luckily at the end, with, you know, the overtime, the ball bounced our way. With Ronald with that dunk, kind of got us going. And that's how we work. We get a good dunk or a good play, we get a little momentum, we get it pumped up, and we start playing a little better.
Coach Rawlings, I paid key attention to your rotation today. You had 8 scorers, key minutes and points off the bench. How did that work to your success?
You know, I think the more you play, the rest of your better players get. You know, Dale hurt. Dale was a little fatigued because he's been sick the last couple of days, so he didn't give us what he usually does. But he plays 100%. You know, he usually gets 15, 20 points. I don't know what he got tonight, but that hurt us a bit. But I think overall, just the guys contributed well. You know.
Pulled out a tough win against Folsom. How do you feel going into the championship at the Big House?
You know, I like our odds. A bigger court. I think we're in shape for it. We match up well with these guys. You know, we just got to make more free throws.
Great game, Coach, and congratulations on going forward.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Back to Will.
Okay, thank you very much, Lauren Goodman. Certainly, Joey, happy to get out with this victory, and he wasn't reluctant to say that their free throwing almost resulted in disaster. And for the night, 10 of 19 from the stripe. They did not shoot well from there, and if not for the accuracy from Nguyen, then they really would have been in a big fix. But the fact is, they had just enough in the clutch, and credit, though, Folsom High School for a remarkable, valiant comeback all the way from 18 points down in this ball game to force the overtime, and then the fluky technical foul. And we're joined now here at the announcers table by Access Sacramento Executive Director Gary Martin, and I know whatever you saw down the stretch, Gary, had to be quite a boost for you coming into that type of intensity and energy.
You know, it reminds me very much of a different Sheldon Jesuit contest several years ago at Arco Arena when we had a late run, and that was a spectacular event. But you guys are much better at those details than I am when I was sitting in the truck at that time.
However, I seem to recall you won an award, a distinguished award for your director's call that day of that remarkable section championship with Jesuit and Sheldon.
Well, that's very true, and I do want to talk a little bit as we conclude this broadcast about the long history of Game of the Week, and certainly its 20-year run for Access Sacramento with you at the helm, Will. But I do not want to take away from this particular broadcast, so I'm going to let you and Lauren finish talking about the results of this particular game and what's next for these two teams, and obviously a section championship coming up very soon. So you finish up with the broadcast, and then we'll talk about Game of the Week at the very end.
Sounds good to me. The saving grace for Folsom tonight, despite the tough loss, heartbreaking loss, they will move on. You get to this point in the playoffs, and NorCal bid, as you know, Lauren, is assured.
This is a great opportunity for Folsom to go back to the drawing board and build going into NorCal playoffs. They get to extend their opportunities here in winning another championship, maybe in NorCal, but they have to regroup and get ready for that battle.
Well, our viewers tonight were treated to a ball game that was, if you can call it that, it was predictable. These two teams had played 24 previous times and split it 12-12 evenly. These two coaches have faced each other more than any other coach at any other school in that stretch of time. The last two meetings between the two were 1-point victories by Folsom, one of them for the section title a couple of years ago. And so it stood to reason, and it figured that we would come down the stretch, and that 18-point lead sure did disappear, didn't it?
Making runs and taking advantage of opportunity. You saw Coach Rawlings talking about that, missed free throws, so missed opportunities when they could have taken a lead or extended their lead. And Folsom, being the good team that they are, were resilient. They kept fighting and kept pushing, and then they were led by LJ and his 24 points, so that was important as well.
That was an inspired performance there by the senior mini guard, 24 points, and he kept them above water in the first half when they were getting smoked. And then down the stretch in that fourth quarter and overtime, he came up big again. Individually speaking, he led all scorers with the 24 points, 13 for J.C. McCain, 8 apiece for Isaiah Jones and Martise Johnson, and just a mere 6 for 6'9" standout Mason Forbes. And we're going to take a look at the boys Division I bracket here. In the top half, you can see, of course, in this overtime victory, Sheldon has prevailed. The bottom half, that game still going on down in Modesto, and I'm sure that one is about as intense as what we've had here tonight. That has been an ongoing home and home battle between those two over the years, and this one just adds a little more luster when it's this late in the playoffs, Lauren.
Knowing teams, it happens at the end of the stretch. When you know a team that has played a team with so much legacy and history, and all these four last teams going to the section championship have known each other and had the opportunity to play each other in other major tournaments. So this is where execution and game planning comes in effect. And you see Coach Rawlings stuck to his game plan, and it was successful with him holding Forbes to just 6 points.
Well, taking a look at the Sheldon ledger, Coach Rawlings told us earlier in the week that he's got 7 players averaging between 7 and 13 points. A lot of balance, no super-duper numbers, but lots of balance, and that prevailed tonight when they got into the scoring column. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 8 players scored from them, led by Nguyen, the point guard, with 14. Also 14 for Cato Williams and his 4 3-balls, reaching double figures as well. 6'10" Chris Wright with 11 points, and 10 for the Leaper.
When you have that many people scoring in double digits, you're guaranteed to win, and that was with extended time, pushing to overtime. So Coach Rawlings and the Sheldon Huskies have a great game plan of playing many players and getting rhythm. He spoke about the energy. It could be anybody's bucket, and that is going to lead to a run for the Huskies. So they have a big showdown at the Big House.
Well, I think tonight's performance, and certainly that comment well-founded, tonight's performance by Ron Agebser, the Leaper, with 4 dunks. I think he served notice, and as we see here, Modesto Christian has prevailed by 68-59 over Capital Christian. So the championship on March 3rd at UOP, Gary Martin, we're looking at Modesto Christian and Sheldon. They have played before, and 6 years ago they met for the section title, and Modesto Christian took them. So that'll give Sheldon some extra momentum to try to pay them back.
Well, there were many years when we were at Arco Arena under that name, and we're doing broadcasts as a 6-game run on Access Sacramento as a tape delay. But of course, those days are gone. The world of broadcast rights have changed, and this particular broadcast for this semifinal in D1 boys in CIF is really possible only because of a partnership that exists with NFHSS Network, and because of that, we are able to do the last 3 playoff games. Prior to that, a couple of years ago, our season always ended with the regular season, if you remember. So Access Sacramento has really had an opportunity in the last couple of years through the NFHS Network partnership to bring a couple of extra ball games. And we'll, it's been a good football and basketball season for Access Sacramento. You and Jim Domino called some overtime football in wrapping up the football season. That was a big run for us as well.
We've had quite a remarkable year from 2017 to 2018, transitioning from football to basketball. Some wonderful games. We had 13 football games, including 3 postseason, and 18 on the hardwood, and these 3 in the postseason. So quite a little bit of coverage here for Access Sacramento.
And what a delight it has been to bring in our Rookie of the Year, Lauren Goodman. Congratulations on being here for a full season of Game of the Week Sports, doing analysis. What a delight it's been to listen to you all season long. And so hopefully you've had fun with this. I think Will has had fun having you here with the analysis. And it's too bad that Rick Stewart was unable to be here tonight, feeling a little dealing with some family issues.
It is too bad, but I have a feeling that Rick probably somehow found a way to find out what was going on here tonight, but we wish he and his family all the best, as we always do, and he certainly was an instrumental part of our coverage the entire time through football and basketball.
Earlier this evening, I believe you were cutting some cake, weren't you? I don't know if Ronicia Harris has a picture available, but I'll mention that we did bring a cake to this particular broadcast because this is the concluding broadcast of what is the 20th year of Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week. With Ron Cooper at the helm way back 20 seasons ago, and discussion with you, Will James, about bringing high school sports to Access Sacramento. And, in those first years, it was always tape delayed. And it was always, just live cameras, sometimes 2, sometimes 3. And now, of course, we're using 5 cameras, an instant replay, and a graphics package, and all of those sports. And look at this truck. Starting 2 seasons ago, there's Ronicia Harris in the middle doing a little dance. Richard Langley on the right just ducked in as the engineer.
Yeah,
Tamika on the left.
Kid on the left.
Tamika
Yes.
Kidd. Kevin Benyon is all the way on the left, and he's waving his hand there, operating the video switcher. And on the right, it's Jim Bailey running instant replay and all of the video cut-ins.
Well, let's see Marcus again. I know he ducked in there for a moment. Where you at, buddy?
He must have walked away from the audio board. Hopefully he'll... there he is. There's Marcus. Marcus Jackson, who runs audio on this particular broadcast. And tonight, of course, on the cameras, a long-standing Bruce Riggs on the game camera for most of the shots that you see. All those other replays coming from people like Mohammed Al-Jabori and Dallin Swenson, and Stephen Barassa tonight on cameras. Danny Mendonça as the engineer. What a dynamic team of professionals that have been able to bring both football and basketball to us all this year. And as executive director, I can only say that I'm so proud of this team that has brought all of these sports broadcasts to Access Sacramento. We couldn't do it without you, Will. In the last 5 years, as I stepped away from being the director of these broadcasts, now there's Mohammed, one of the camera operators, and Dallin, Mohammed on the right, Dallin on the left. But, Ro, we're really talking about you now. So you in the middle, directing with the cap on. Thank you so much for your leadership in the last 5 years for putting these broadcasts together. Bruce Riggs now in the foreground.
The gang.
And then Stephen Barassa ducking back in as our fourth camera operator tonight. I'm not sure where Danny Mendonce is, assistant engineer and camera operator. Oh, he's running the camera that we are all on, so you can't walk away from that one right now. But guys, thanks so much for your hard work all of this season. We could not do it without you. But the person that we really couldn't have done it without for the last 20 years is Will James. And Will, your love, I think, has always been live sports broadcasts and the live call. And you started in radio and you came over to television for us. And whether it has been football or basketball or water polo or volleyball, or what else have we done?
We've done baseball and softball.
Baseball and softball.
And we have done the international outrigger competition at Lake Natoma.
That's right. The international championships. We did the rowing championships. And here's the prediction here for you, Will James, and for Ronicia Harris and the team. In June, I'm predicting that we will be doing horse polo. We're going to be doing horses and hitting the polo ball as a benefit hometown television event for St. John's Program for Real Change. Polo coming up, Ro. Are you ready for that? So Access Sacramento Hometown Sports and Game of the Week has a lot more in store in the years to come. We could not have done it without you, Will, and I wanted to be here at the end of this particular broadcast to say thank you. Because, from choosing the games to calling the games and ultimately the graphics and all of the pieces that come together, we would not be this award-winning sports broadcast team without your help. And it is only in part because of you that we're sitting out there in a $700,000 HD remote truck to bring these broadcasts to Sacramento County. So, Will, I hope you feel proud of yourself, because we sure are proud of you and could not do it without you. And thank you very much, sir. I'm going to shake your hand because it's an amazing thing.
Gary, thank you so much for that gracious and very lavish compliment, and I am proud. It's been a joy working these 20 years on Game of the Week with Access Sacramento and many, many crew members, and this A-team we're working with at present is just the bomb. It's been a true pleasure, and again, we're most happy to welcome Lauren Goodman aboard as our Rookie of the Year this year. But it's been an amazing 20 years, and certainly with Ron Cooper early on, and now you, Gary, at the helm, you guys made it happen from the top down, and leadership is always where it comes from, and I'm very appreciative of all that you've done from that spot, Gary.
Well, thank you very much for that compliment as well. But, Access Sacramento's history in Sacramento County is now 31 years old. And, we would not do it without the elected leaders who serve on the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission. They're the ones who keep funding this particular nonprofit, Access Sacramento. And, here in just a minute, if you haven't said it, I think you've probably already said it, right? The decision is final. The results are.
I have.
Okay, yeah, I'm sure you have. So, we're gonna, put a wrap on this and put the credits up in just a second. Run some replays, and we're gonna tell you that there's available DVD for purchase. But I'll tell you that those purchases of DVDs and the support of Access Sacramento through our Power of Voice Awards, through the place called Sacramento Film Festival, and ultimately through the memberships and the people who provide programming content on our channels 17 and 18, and then with the radio station KUBU 96.5 FM. We depend on our viewers and the support that they give us. So hopefully people will continue to make those purchases, and that's our thank you in part, because it pays for the bills, and we appreciate all of that. So I'm going to get out of the way. I'm going to let you wrap this up. But again, thanks for your 2 decades of service, Will.
Thank you so much, Gary. It's been a real journey and a pleasure in doing it, and I am indeed very proud of what we've accomplished as a team. And I think Ronicia wants to see you in the truck, and I also believe that it would be altogether proper to, there's Danny. There he is. Point the fingers to him. Danny Mendonça, you know his story. The indispensable key man. Had to get him in there. And I must say that Access Sacramento and the Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast crew wish to extend their deep appreciation to the Sheldon High School administration, particularly to Athletic Director Denise Aguilar, for their cooperation and assistance with the broadcast arrangements for this television production. The Hometown Sports Game of the Week is a special sports presentation of Access Sacramento in association with Play-by-Play Sports Productions. And just let me go through the roll call once again. Jim Bailey, Kevin Benyon, Stephen Barassa, Nick Dunn, Ronicia Harris, Gary Martin, Bruce Riggs, Rick Stewart, Dallin Swenson, Mohammed Aljabouri, Lauren Goodman, Tamika Kidd, Greg Curapat, Richard Langley, and Dan the Man, Danny Mendonça. Thank you so much for joining us tonight. I'm Will James, and as always, we'll look forward to the next occasion when we can get together. So long, everyone.
This program from Access Sacramento's Hometown Sports Game of the Week is available for purchase on DVD. For more information, call Access Sacramento, 916-456-8600, extension 0. This has been a Hometown Sports Game of the Week broadcast from Access Sacramento. This program is funded in part by a grant from the Sacramento Metropolitan Cable Television Commission.